and rich white people pay me to play piano for them because it makes them feel cultured. But as soon as I step off that stage, I go right back to being just another nigga to them. Because that is their true culture. And I suffer that slight alone because I'm not accepted by my own people, because I'm not like them either. So if I'm not black enough, and if I'm not white enough, and if I'm not man enough, then tell me, Tony, what am I?
Because the industry I'm in does not recognize me. And to be clear, I'm speaking about the black spaces in the industry I'm in, because y'all know I don't give two damns about any of these other spaces, which is largely in part why I realized like I need to shift out of this industry. You know, like I don't get invited to Essence Women in Hollywood. I've never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. I've been nominated for an Image Award. Never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. Never been honored at Black Girls Rock. Like, I've hosted these events, you know what I'm saying? I literally hosted the BET Awards in 2020 in my house, and I was not invited to the BET Awards since.
Well, she was perplexed as to why she wasn't on anyone's invite.
Or even biracial Africans who are proper African, more African than me. So this is my best friend. She's light, she's bright, and not one drop white. She could have been in the movie too. She could have been in Wakanda. Why is it now that you recognize that you're biracial, but when you were clapping back at Kylie Jenner, you were black? I'm a dark-skinned woman. I've experienced colorism. Let me have my talk. And she seems to be a very smart, young lady, but even smart people make mistakes. I think her message was, I would rather see my dark-skinned sister get this role than me or than another like biracial light-skinned woman, so I'm gonna bow out. But it came across as, I'm chucking you a bone, here you can have this because you need it more than me.
Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Janet and welcome. Today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. I'm not even really brushed up on this topic, but it's about Amandla, the beautiful Amandla. And yo, the way people are they are targeting this girl, man, and it's very interesting to see it in present time, how these people are just going against her, and it's saddening. Actually, it's very saddening. One of those activities that people actually take very seriously, people on the internet. And I find it interesting how like people on the internet will go to extreme lengths to cancel these people, whether it be celebrities or anyone who's at the workforce. Amandla has been like bubbling under, and she has risen up to fame. She's still climbing. She has acted in she has been really out there. She's a very intelligent lady, you know, very beautiful. And honestly, I just think the way she's getting backlash for the decisions that were made by the directors and also herself, they're just giving her backlash because of the way they feel about her. So, light-skinned women, black enough. It seems as though it's a very interesting topic that a lot of us black people in the community have a tendency of dissecting. It's very interesting to me because we have a tendency of criticizing each other based on color. If you're light in complexion, you're not too white enough or you're not black enough. But it's always the black community that tends to actually say this type of things. I am not sure why we have a tendency of doing this. Actually, rather, wait, hold on. I know why. It's because of colorism, going back to racism, apartheid. It's slavery. It goes back, way back. And it's very sad that it has still progressed in 2025. It is something that has never healed. We as a black community, or rather a black community, need to heal from all this trauma and we just have to see each other as one. Yes, there are people who are probably lighter and they are still black and might, okay, you know what, I actually feel way better to be in the white community, or rather they feel way better to be in the black community. But either way, there's such an in-between that they won't be able to cross to I guess the black community or into the white community, because, or rather they won't really feel comfortable if they go to the white community. They won't be able to, like, you know, like vibe with them, or rather they wouldn't really understand the ups and downs, or rather the trials and tribulations, or what comes with the skin color. And also with the black people will actually, we the black people will think that, okay, you have more privileges than us, so you're probably just flexing, that type of thing. But it really isn't like that. No one chooses to be white and no one chooses to be black. So at the end of the day, you cannot try to judge somebody based on how they came out from birth. The Acolyte was actually a very intriguing series, one of the Star Wars series that I actually enjoyed because of her, the Acolyte. And I didn't understand why people were really just trolling and they really just wanted it to cancel. And a lot of, probably, of course, maybe the producers actually canceled it because obviously low ratings and people were just trolling. I think a lot of people actually watched it, but they just decided to watch it through other services, you know, the illegal websites, so that those ratings cannot go on there. So the ratings were not high enough, or rather maybe the streamings were not high enough. I'm not sure. It was low. I personally enjoyed it. There's no Disney.com here in Namibia, but I had my way to watch it. I actually watched it and I enjoyed it. If I could have given it a thumbs up, but I don't know if it would actually make any impact. However, I just think that Disney should have just went ahead with it and not, you know, given up, because a few people were just, you know, trolling. They were not supposed to listen to these people. They should have just continued with it and let it be. Amandla was sincerely just attacked and has been targeted since day one. I don't understand, because the time when she has turned down Black Panther, people have come for her throat, and it's very interesting. I don't think it's the right thing to do as a black community if you are saying you are for black people, but it seems as though you hate. As I was saying, people literally came for her throat, and you would think that a lot of people would actually be, you know, protecting black women. In this movie, it's called Children of Blood and Bone, and it's based on a book, and it's written by Tommy Adeyemi. So she's the author of the book, and initially what I have, I don't know, summarized on the internet, initially the main character that Amandla is actually playing was a dark-skinned girl who has bleached her skin, so she has been facing colorism, fat phobia, etc, etc. So my thing is, since when do Americans actually care about anything that considers African people? I really don't care who's actually gonna come for me, but it has been really silent when it has come to issues such as Congo, or anything that has to come about, like when we have to talk about Sudan, or anything that has to do with Africa. Some of you even consider Africa as a country and not a continent, and you guys, if you have to actually name one country in Africa, you always say either South Africa or you will just say Africa itself. So I don't know, for me it's very interesting how the black community, you guys don't even consider yourself as African American. You guys call yourself Black Americans because you do not want to have any association with Africans. even the way you guys have treated Tyla, because she hasn't had a bucket on her head when she was going on stage. Oh, I don't know, were you expecting her to actually just put the award on the floor, or were you expecting her to hold it on her head? I don't know, like, it's just very interesting how you guys have a tendency to actually treat African people. Or even, like, for example, this movie is based on Africans, right? But we know that obviously, like, Africans are very, like, lenient towards anyone we like, and we like even Black Americans, but you guys don't have that same love for us. It's never reciprocated. And if you want that love from us, or I don't know what, if you want us to love you guys, we have to, like, go extra miles by changing our accent. If we talk funny with an accent apparently, then you make fun of us. A lot of people have been complaining that African Americans, or rather Americans, Black Americans, have a tendency of, teasing people of African descent. So it's, I don't know, it's just mind-boggling at this point. It's anyways the author's decision to make. She wanted Amandla to actually take part in this movie. She said, okay, no one has to bleach their skin, so might as well just add Amandla in it. And Amandla is a very beautiful woman, very gorgeous, so why not just add her talent inside the movie? So also, I just think that you guys are really just having some weird behaviors towards the girl, man. It's very scary. Just because she, I don't know, if she tries to talk about Black rights or something like that, I think she made a music video rapping about, I think, Black rights. I'm not sure what it was, but she made a video and it wasn't well received by the Black community, unfortunately. And I think it's because she's light in complexion. Unfortunately, that's the case. At the end of the day, it's very interesting that a lot of the Black community, or rather on the darker side, such as myself, actually have a tendency of not supporting women like Kelly Rowland, and I don't know who else.